they're trying to get us to sign on and to get the they've already signed on. They want the Senate to ratify this small arms ban that states that it'll ban the Second Amendment right down to black powder. I mean, it's all happening. It's all happening. Everybody's worried about the economy, and the media keeps saying everything's fine. Yeah, Chrysler's laying off 3,000, and GM's going to lay off, when I say 3,000, I mean 3,000 dealerships. Yeah, they're shutting all the Chrysler dealerships, or almost all of them. They're going to shut down 3,000 GM ones, but everything's fine. And yeah, $14.8 trillion in 7 months has been stolen by offshore banks. And then the very banking heads meet in secret in Greece, and mainstream reporters for the biggest Greek papers, biggest British papers and others, London Guardian and others, and I interviewed them Thursday and Friday. They went and showed up. They went there, and they got arrested. They got picked up. Look, all of this is going on. All of this is happening, and I know it sounds crazy. I can't believe it. I understand. But they couldn't believe it in Germany in the 30s. They couldn't believe it in Russia in 1918. They couldn't believe it in China. But it's happening here, and it is the big money setting up a police state to turn the poor people loose on you. And they're going to tell the poor folks, here's a fancy uniform, here's a machine gun. And it starts slow, military in New York after 9/11, and then military after the Kentucky Derby, and then military arresting people at the Kentucky Derby, and at college football games, and the Super Bowl, and then the regular Army at high school football games. It's now happening. These reports are pouring in, mainstream news everywhere going, oh, yes, the Army and the Air Force MPs, we're out in Tennessee, we're out in Arkansas, we're out in Michigan, we're out in New York, running checkpoints today, just searching people for everyone's safety. Oh, hi, I'm the regular Army. I'm just here to search you. And then they're having drills in Florida and Arizona and California and upstate New York with foreign troops training with public FEMA drills to take over the U.S. and saying, oh, yes, in newspaper headlines, foreign troops will help if terrorists strike. They've done this before, actually. Why, Mexican troops helped in New Orleans, and Norwegian troops helped after 9/11. See, they just set the press. It's happening. As bad as things are now, this is nothing. What are they planning so bad? They think we're going to accept youth corps running around in gray, red, and blue uniforms. That they're in uniforms. You can go to the government websites. I have it up on Infowars.com. They're in blue, gray, and red uniforms running around, and they admit they're going to come door to door in RDR asking you if you support the president's policies and then marking down your house if you support or not. Talk about intimidation. Unspoken. Oh, hi, we're just here in a red uniform to ask and see if it's happening, people. It's kind of a cool sound. Wow, wow, wow. I mean, I don't know what it's going to take to get people. Oh, man, I wish this wasn't true, ladies and gentlemen. I wish. Let's go to your phone calls. Mike in North Carolina. Mike, you're on the air.
Hey, Alex, how's it going?
Good. They just keep incrementally implementing this where it's kind of the ambient background, like the frog in the pot, and people put up with it.
Oh, they're pulling out all the stops.
Let me tell you, punks in red uniforms better not come around my house. That is un-American as it gets, and they equate it with our history. Yes, we're the youth corps in red uniforms and khaki pants. I mean, you got to see these outfits, man. Black boots and khaki pants and red jackets. I mean, it's military style.
It's unbelievable.
Listen, I forgot. The end of the video is the worst. I couldn't listen to it. So it says, and this is my uniform. This is what I wear. I mean, folks, look out, man.
This is crazy. But why aren't people outraged about it?
Because they drink sodium fluoride, a known sedative in every major government study, and then the public's so brainwashed because they made Archie Bunker talk about it, so people aren't kooks. They're not Archie Bunker, so they believe sodium fluoride's good for them. And people are fat, dumb, and happy. We had it so good because we had liberty that people just still can't believe it's happening to them. Let me tell you something. The economy's going to get worse and worse and worse and worse and worse. It's all by design. I'm on record 3 years ago making a film breaking down exactly how the economy would go down because we had spies inside Bilderberg, because we get arrested arrested. We get death threatened. We go through hell to bring the fat, dumb American this information. But you may be fat and dumb, but you're my kin, so I still love you, and I'm not going to be free if you're not free. So I'm here saying, wake up, our house is on fire. And they're like, what's that smell? It smells like a barbecue. And I'm like, yeah, our house is burning. And they're like, shut up, I'm going to lay here on the couch. Listen, get up, man, come on.
We've been chemically lobotomized, my friend. Or they're trying.
And with the entertainment. The average adult watches 4 hours of TV a day, and all the studies admit it literally puts you into a dreamlike state. That's not my opinion, folks. Google search engine, television watching, dreamlike state, lowered brain waves, television, Alzheimer's. They know, ladies and gentlemen, it's brainwashing you. The flicker rates, the blue mist, that's meant to get your eye focused on that, put you into subconscious mode, bombarding you with like 20 different images, shuts off your conscious thinking, goes right into the subconscious. They knew this 50 years ago.
I wanted to bring to your attention, April 3rd, CDC let out a report that they tested 18 baby formulas. Every one of them had perchlorate, rocket fuel.
I know, and also more than 90% has melamine that kills the kidneys, and they'd always said it was deadly, but when that came out, they said, we now say melamine is good for you, and they now say mercury is good for you.
Well, that seriously affects the infant brain development, and they know it. It's also in 35 states' water systems. They won't say which ones, but here's a kicker, Alex.
MBTE that they ordered put in the gasoline to help the greenhouse gas.
Yep.
That is in 49 states that attacks brains.
But why?
Of course, it's an accident.
Yeah, why does a one baby formula that has 80% of the market share have 3 times the amount that the other ones do?
It's an accident. I appreciate your call. Just like when you go into Babies R Us and all these stores, it's huge racks of fluoride for your baby, fluoride water, the mineral it needs, fluoride, and they know, not Babies R Us, but the company. They know fluoride is 4 times as bad. In fact, people don't believe me. I want to cover it in the last segment. Google and print for me, fluoride more damaging to young brains. Or fluoride increases cancer in children. It particularly attacks children. I'm going to read to you government reports. There's thousands of them, literally. But it's, your baby needs it. And I've talked to people in the old Soviet Union, and then I actually searched it and found out it was true. They would have food rationing, no sausage, no bread. But when they went to school, there was always free chocolate, strawberry, and regular flavored milk free, and it fortified with fluoride. Oh, free fluoride milk. Oh, the government wants to help. And they now say on government announcements and PR TV ads, mercury's actually good for the brain. And they've got ads where they say corn syrup's good. Though you can Google that. More than half of the corn syrup in the country, high levels of mercury. We'll be right back. Don't listen to me. Drink more mercury.
Company.